So, Rama Jamma Ling Dong, have you been this week in gaming? Let's keep up on some of the current events in the digital marketplace
Very
era that we
interesting
live
for
in.
someone who's so stuck in the past.
Well, I have a fascination with the past, particularly digital representations thereof. So, how do you like that? At any rate,
You play some old
so
fucking games, son.
I know I'm stuck in the past. I'm stuck about when I was like 14 years old.
Oh,
Um,
aren't we all?
just trying to relive some opportunities in my youth that I missed because
I'm
I
still
had
going
a
after that "Hit Me With Baby One More Time" Britney Spears.
I heard that was one of your
That
favorite
ship's long
songs.
sailed.
It is. It has long sailed. So,
Once you see that fucking bald-headed mongoloid running around, it was never the same. You can't get that image out of your head.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. So, this
Britney
past
Spears
week,
shaved all her goddamn hair off, you idiot.
well, I don't look at her.
Started
So,
smashing some giant black bodyguard in the face with an umbrella. She fucking dented her parasol on his giant Michael Clark Duncan head.
did he fuck her up?
No, no. I mean, fuck,
He
I
was
don't
getting
know.
paid by her. He was on the
Yeah,
payroll.
she got him
Oh,
$800 in gift cards to the Cheesecake Factory or something.
oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
Cheesecake
I mean,
Factory's pretty pricey.
I don't know. I've never been.
Me
Assume
neither.
it's a
I've
fucking
heard it though.
factory. Who wants to eat there?
I know.
You
I guess maybe they have
couldn't
like a
even pay
wet
me to
bar or
work at a
something.
factory.
Yeah, it can kind of suck in a factory, but at the same time, it can
Current
be
events.
very
Let's not
zen.
live in the past. This is in the
So
industrial
current
revolution.
events, most recently, a huge game just dropped. Ram,
Drop
been talking about
Tetris.
it. No, that's dropped about 30 years ago. So,
No,
big
I was talking
game,
about the
Total
blocks
War
dropping.
Warhammer,
World of Warhammer. The fuck's that?
Total War,
Total
Total
War?
War Warhammer, Total
Yeah.
War Warhammer
Oh
just
yeah. So the
dropped.
real-time strategy game.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah.
thoughts? Have you seen any of the footage? Any of
Uh,
the ads
I
in
don't.
my
They
in
have
my
footage.
videos?
It was like a teaser, right? It was
Oh,
like
they
a
got
dude's
tons of footage
face.
now.
It was like the Marlboro Man smoking a cigarette, and then they pan out, and he's a space marine, and he's like, "Fucking
What?
pussies." Anyway,
I think you're
um,
thinking Duke Nukem.
I don't know, man. Yeah, he's like Duke Nukem in some fucking armor and shit. Um, what do I think of it? You know, Total War has always been a fun game, and
Have you
I
ever
think you
played
throw
any
some.
of the iterations in your
I played the
youths?
Nippon one.
The Nippon?
Yeah, the General Tojo there. What the fuck was that
Sure.
one?
Japan.
Shogun, this ancient samurai one.
Okay.
And I think I played one of the Roman ones. I don't really remember. Not too much
Carthage.
though. I definitely played the samurai one, Shogun.
You remember the
Shogun? Is
samurai?
that what it's called?
Shogun.
Total War.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I've never played the games myself, um, but trying to read up on the world of the Warhammer iteration. Inevitably, some of the past.
Well,
Uh,
it's your squad based tactics you kind of liked at the beginning of that what the fuck's that fucking war game you're playing there? Dawn
Dawn
of
of
War
War.
2.
Right.
Uh, it's and now it's unit based tactics. It's rank and file. So
They're more regimented.
yeah, but it's a fantasy game too, so
Right.
it's more appropriate, I would say. It'd be interesting to
Yep.
see how they did it with Space Marines. And you said
Right.
you sent normal like regular platoons out. It would be cool to see an RTS with like up to the date, like a Call of Duty RTS almost, where it's just squad based tactics, regular like advanced combat leader rules. And it'd be interesting to develop an RTS rule set to cater to modern tactics. But that's a rabbit
So you're
hole we
saying
could get
like a
down if
like
you
a
want to or not.
so you're saying it'd be like a first person but you'd have control of you'd have like a squad, you could
It
control your squad to
it could be
you know
first person, but it could also be top down or isometric or whatever. Um, if you
whatever the
think like
terminology is these days.
yeah, yeah, if you think of almost like the Rainbow Six games, but
Right.
from the top down, from more of a tactical perspective, which I guess they did
Right.
have. But then you have, you know, multiple platoons or multiple squads that you move around a much larger battlefield.
Oh, I might have
You know what I
something
mean?
for you. I might have something for you in the old librarium. I might
I
have
know they
to
have
pop that out.
tabletop games that are like that, but it'd be interesting to see a PC game. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Now, you had mentioned to me in a unrecorded conversation,
But
ironically
put a
enough.
Total War of Warhammer here. That looks good. It'll be
It
interesting to
does.
see you do a
I wish
playthrough.
my
When's it coming out?
I think it's already out. I think it hit May 24th. Um, that's why there's so much like
Oh.
some of these yahoos out there. They had I don't know how they do it.
Oh, wait a minute. Is
Um,
this the one with all the? This is the one with all the vampires and shit.
yeah, you
Yeah,
got the
yeah. I
vampires.
guess
You
I'm kind
have
of confusing. What's the other big hot title that just hit? Is Dawn of War 3?
three.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Not to toot my own horn, but I read
You
the
were calling it.
signs.
You
I
fucking
was
put it in that
calling it.
envelope like Karnak.
I did. I threw it in there, slapped it up to the
You
forehead. I
said,
knew it.
what is this year's biggest commercial PC gaming flop? You open the envelope. Dawn of War 3.
I think it'll be. I
Eyes are
don't know.
Ed
Hopefully
McMahon, like,
they.
yes.
You are going to be my Ed McMahon.
Yes.
Or Andy Richter in the Conan O'Brien show.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Conan.
I can see it.
You got that voice?
I can see it.
My,
I can see it.
It's my Andy Richter impression. It's not that
I
good.
think you could do it.
Right
I think you
up
could
there.
sit on, especially with like a baby blue blazer. You got that baby blue blazer still, and just kind of sitting on a couch, chilling, kind of creeping on some of the
Oh,
guests.
it's the best job because it's like being a designated hitter, or you know, you just have to step in at one point and just hit a nice dinger casually out of the park whenever you get a good chance. You know,
Right. You're not. You don't have the
if you say nothing the whole night,
responsibility.
people won't care.
Yep. You're just there to break the
So you're
couch.
gonna
Maybe.
you were gonna ask me a question about Total War.
Well, yeah, just your thoughts on the recent thing. I mean, Dawn of War 3 is coming out. I mean, I have high hopes for it. Hopefully, I mean, I know THQ or Relic, they went tits up some years ago. That's why. I mean, I've
I think you
commented in
bring
my
this up
playthrough
just so you can
videos.
keep saying the word tits up.
Yes, they're my two favorite words combined into one sentence. Even one phrase, really. Tits and up. So they went belly up. The last game was very rushed. I feel that the Retribution has an overt feel of rushness and somebody just fucking throwing shit up on a wall hoping it sticks. I have much higher hopes for this game. Of course, I've been let down before, and this probably won't be the last time either. But you had mentioned before in
But
an
at least this
unrecorded
time
conversation.
at least you can't get herpes twice.
Right, I already,
So this time you won't have to
it's
worry about that.
right. So I had asked you, and you had mentioned before in an unrecorded conversation, and I want to get it on
What are you talking
tape now.
Uh-oh.
You had mentioned that you would be interested in seeing a Warhammer 40K live action film if done to the style of Dredd, the most recent
Yeah,
Judge
Judge
Dredd
Dredd would be
film.
good. Even something like crazy like 300 or Sin City, where it has a little like it's special effects heavy, like stylized special effects.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that'd be
But
that,
based in live action.
yeah, yeah. I think that could play
I
as
agree
well.
with the I agree with the Dread. I feel that there's some stylized, some stylistic similarities. You have the big guys, stomping around, very grim, dark, dystopian future. Um,
And I want to ask
go ahead.
uh, people talk about who's going to be in it. I don't even think I'd cast a big name actor in it. I want to like cast a bunch of dudes who can't even speak English, like Icelandic dudes with a thyroid problem and injecting steroids into their neck, so they can't even coherently enunciate. They're just yes or no, one of those types. But just muscled up to the gills, like
Yeah.
that Hathor Bjornsson fellow there from Game of Thrones. Just freaks, strongman freaks, Marius Pujanowski types.
I know the thing
What's
is that there's just so many. I agree. Like, how would you be able to encapsulate a space marine? And that's what I was thinking was, you'd have to get these strong men, and just like hunt the globe for at least a squad worth, at least a half dozen to a dozen guys. I mean, maybe you can fill in some like you were saying, like some little SFX guys, in the background if there was like a large pitched battle.
But
But I
even if
mean,
they special effect their whole body, I just want a dude with like a Barry Bonds sized head that can't even act, but is just too dumb to overact too. Just can't help but
right.
be themselves. And because I think that's what you need, right? There's no real stars of like. Maybe you could get like a big name to play the Emperor or something. But
Get like
the interesting
get like Arnold to do it.
Yeah, the interesting part I think with the story is like is the rank and file, sort of the Band of Brothers-esque aspect of it.
I
You
know,
know what I
like
mean?
the
I think that's
like
where the heart of the
that's the thing with
story is.
like a space marine. Like we touched on this before. Was
And
it's like where's like
no,
the
no
real story?
Schwarzenegger on the Emperor.
No Schwarzenegger. You're putting the kibosh on it.
Mm.
All right,
I would
we'll
like to
touch on
see a
that
heavily
later.
CGI'd John Goodman.
What about Jeff Bridges?
That guy's got so much range he could pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could. Guy's a hell of an actor.
He is. He does. I mean, not only he could
Oh,
probably pull off
who would
the
be
dude.
even better? Oh, wow, who would be interesting is who's that mustache cowboy dude?
Was he in?
He's in Big Lebowski.
Yeah, Sam
He's
Elliott.
Sam Elliott. Yeah, yeah. And he just, like every movie Sam Elliott's in, he's Sam Elliott. So you just keep him as Sam Elliott, like sitting on this enormous like throne on top of this giant science fiction fucking building. And he's like, "Yep, I sure hate some aliens." Spits, turns his head and spits. But that man, that's a mustache that could launch 1,000 space fleets, and yeah, that's not funny. Ask me another question.
All right, so
or say something. Damn you.
we got a couple minutes left. What do you want to see in the near future? What do you want to see on the channel?
I don't know. Let's let the viewers decide. Let's get Wong, our Vietnamese, your Vietnamese fan, to vote in on this.
Mr. Vietnamese, we don't know if your name's Wong. You haven't really responded. You haven't commented.
Let's petition any listeners to this episode. Leave a comment. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us if you want more of this, if you like this, if you can't hear the audio, if you think I'm stupid and a misogynist. Just put it out there. Let us know.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. You're not going to hurt his feelings. He doesn't have any feelings.
I'm not even a human, so
no, he's a mutant. He's a fucking.
But
I would. You're a mutant at large.
Yeah. Well, we all know how far you would go. All right. Keep that tongue in your mouth there. Use it for talk.
I don't know what you're.
Use it
I
for
don't know what you're saying.
Not your words.
I don't know what. I don't know what you're insinuating.
Dick. Anyway, I'm not insinuating anything.
Excuse me. All right. So that being said, we're coming up on the 14:30 mark. Any viewers out there, whether you're in Latvia,
inside job. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Whether you're in Latvia, Vietnam, Cambodia,
Oswald was killed by an actual magic bullet.
That could well have happened.
CIA,
Russia,
a bunch of devil worshippers.
Estonia, Zimbabwe, Somalia, India. Am I missing anywhere?
AIDS
Just tune in
by the U.S. government.
Throw it